universal data or globalization of data. So globalization of data was not storing into char and varchar 2. Okay. So what is the mean by localized data? So localized data means it supported only one language culture, and that language is called as what now? English. Other than English language culture, okay, it doesn't support any other language characters. Okay, suppose if I want to store some Hindi, some Chinese, okay, some Arabic languages, Spanish, French, so these kind of language characters I can't store under char and varchar too, because these are non-universal code we called. Okay, it was supporting only localization. For example, suppose in India, in India, so many states we have, yes or no? Uh, in every state was having some local language. Okay, suppose if you go for Bengal, what is the local language of West Bengal? Bengali. If you go to Maharashtra, Marathi. In Telugu states, Telugu. Okay, Kerala, Malayalam. Okay, so every state is having its own language, and that was called as a local language of particular state. Okay, na? Local language of particular state. Okay, but if I go to Maharashtra and say local language of Maharashtra Telugu, if you say like this, the Marathi people will be thrown outside. Yes or no? So same thing if Marathi person came into Hyderabad and saying that Hyderabad local language is Marathi, then these people are thrown outside. Yes or no? So we can't say like this. If I go to one state and my language there, it is a local language, means no one can accept it. Yes or no? So every state is having its own local language. Okay, na? That is up to the state. Okay, but in India, so many different languages, language culture, culture people, yes or no? Okay, these all kind of natures we have in this India. But when you or when somebody is asking, some foreigner, he came to us, okay, they will ask us. So what they will ask us, okay, what is your local language of India? What do you say? Hindi. So maximum every country national language will representing local language of the country. So in India, so many different language people are there, but when come to as a India, all are saying that what? No, Hindi. Yes or no? Telugu person saying Hindi, Marathi person saying Hindi, Bengali person saying Hindi. Okay, one Kerala person is saying also Hindi. Because of reason that we all unity, we treat it as what now? National language. Okay, so as per state, different languages, but as per country, we all are saying that what is our local language of India means, we are saying what? Hindi. So every national language is representing local language of the country. So like this, in the world, how many countries? So many countries. Yes or no? Every country is having its own national language. Different languages are there. Okay. But when we ask, what is the local language of the universal? English. So different countries, different languages, different cultures. But finally, if anybody asks you, what is the local language of universal? Means that everyone saying what now? Commonly English. English is the local language of the world. Yes or no? So how you treat it like this? English is a local language of the world. Hindi is a local language of India. So how we can treat? So here also non-Unicode characters. That means char and varchar, two data types. These two data types are storing only English language culture. Other than English language culture, I can't store any other language characters under char and varchar 2. Okay, no? That is not possible here. So that means here what we want to say, the non-Unicode data types are storing which type of data? Localized data. That means, okay, only which language culture? English language culture. So English language only supports here. other than English language. There is no other languages characters I can't save in this data types. Okay. Now, and here come out in this, okay, localized, we understand that. But what about Unicode? So Unicode is nothing but what now you can see uni stands for universal. Code means characters. So universal supported characters. Okay. Suppose you want to store the other languages into your database. For example, if you go to our country, beside country, China, if you go to, in China, almost every transaction is going to be happen in their languages only. Yes or no? Almost 70 to 80% of okay the transactions, whatever it was going in China, so that was mostly they will be performed with their language, Chinese language only. Yes or no? Suppose those people transactions when they perform, almost 70 to 80 percentage of their transactions are performing through in their language. Definitely their language culture data they want to store under databases. Yes or no? So but if I want to use on my table char and varchar 2, if I use I can't save a Chinese language data. The Chinese language characters I can't save here. So then what the people will use when they want to store their languages means they will use what now? Nchar or nvarchar 2. So these two data types are they are using. Okay, when they want to. So other than English, if any other languages do you want to store into databases, okay, then they can use what now? Unicode data types. Can you remember in the before last class, I think so, we checked out installation process. In the installation process, there one code type is there, unique code. Can you find out anybody? Okay, now your path location settings below unique code. Okay, Oracle version edition is enterprise edition. Below one option will be there. The type of okay data unique code will be there. Uni means what now? Universal. So that means Oracle supported universal data types, universal languages characters of data I can save under Oracle. Not only English, I can save some Chinese, Hindi, or some Spanish, French, some Arabic languages. So in the universal, whatever the national languages officially the people was going to be mentioned, those all official national languages characters can be stored. Under where I can store means under nchar and nvarchar 2. Okay, now, and that's why can you see in the char before there was mentioned what now? N. Here N stands for national. Okay, it's not like that all languages can be stored. It's only supporting what now? National level languages. So national language characters only, it will be saved under Unicode data types. So that is the reason here anybody ask your interview panel, what is N? N stands for national. So all official national languages in the world, how many are there? That all languages, characters, or data and culture I can save under these data types. That is the reason nowadays, if you go for real time, almost every application, how they want to develop means mostly in the English language culture will be there. Okay, but some applications you can see globalization applications are there. For example, Google. If you go to Google, okay, can you find out in the Google homepage, search button below languages option is there? Can you remember anybody? Yes or no? So there below one languages option is there. So now you want to choose your language. Yes or no? So like that, if some global application, that means a different language culture application, even though when you installing some apps in your mobile or system, some software, so there is one option will be there. What now? Select a language. Yes or no? So there we are selecting India. So Indian language we are selected. Okay, na? So like this, when it was going to be check it out, that kind of global applications. So those global application, which language customer is selected, that language through whatever the transaction will be performed, the data can be stored under Unicode data types. So these are the both are Okay, and if anybody asks you which one is using in real time, sir, means that it's depending on your application. It's depending on your application. You can use a non-unique code, so otherwise Unicode. But I can't say exactly Unicode only using, non-Unicode only using. I can't say it. So you can use any one data type as per your requirement. Okay, now right. So now here, this is localized, this is a globalized. The differences of non-Unicode, Unicode. Understand now? What is the differences between non-Unicode, Unicode? Non-Unicode data types are storing only localized data. That means supporting only English culture. And Unicode data types are storing globalized data and supporting all national languages culture. Okay, na? Right. These are the differences. And come to next. What is CAR and what is varchar 2? So these two data types, how it was working under non-Unicode data types category. Okay, now? Right. And let me see first one, we will discuss about text heading, CAR of size. CAR of size. Okay, right. So basically the character data type, how it was having and how it was providing sizes means it is called as, it is a fixed length data type we called. It is a fixed length data type. And what does it mean by fixed length means? It is called as what? No, static nature. The static nature is nothing but can we change or we cannot change? Can we change? No, we cannot change. It was fixed. That is called as what now? Static. Okay, whatever we given, that was fixed and that cannot be changed at any level. Okay, so that kind of nature is called as what now? Static we call. And your CAD data type is also called as the same as a static nature. So whatever the size was given by user or programmer at the time of your table creation, a table column designing level, when we are using this data type and giving some size, and whatever the size are you given, that size will be fixed and the size cannot be changed. For example, let me see. Suppose okay, suppose for example, I will go for to take one okay, column is employee name column and I was given care of suppose 10 I was given now. So whenever I was given the size of, okay, this column, and what it mean here, into this column, I can store employee names. But every employee name, maximum characters, how many number of characters? Only 10. The more than 10 characters of name, I can't store here because this column capacity, how much capacity? 10 characters of names only save. But more than 10 characters, if your name is having, that is not allowed. Understand? Na? So, but how the memory allocated? For example, I was taken one statement is hello. Hello string, I'm inserting into this EMP name column. Can I accept this? Yes or no? Yes. Hello, length is how much? 5. The length was 5. But our column size is how much? 10. So this is within the range, without the range? Within the range. So within the range means definitely this name should be accepted here. Definitely this name should be accepted here. But name is accepted, name is storing. But how this name is stored internally means for this name purpose, internally your system is allocating how many bytes to your 10 bytes of memory. Because how much size the user is expected here, that many bytes will be allocating for this EMP underscore or EMP name column. But out of 10 bytes, how many bytes will occupy this expression means that in character nature is what now? Each and every character will take as a 1 byte. Okay, how many bytes are allocating here? 1 byte of memory will occupy each character. So now in this expression, how many characters we have here? 5. So that means how many bytes are occupied? 5 bytes. So out of 10 bytes, it was occupied how many? Out of 10 bytes occupied 5 bytes of memory. So 5 bytes of memory occupied, that's okay. But whatever the remaining bytes here, what is the remaining bytes? 5 bytes. The remaining 5 bytes, what it was happened, sir, means the remaining 5 bytes will be wasted. Okay, now it doesn't occupy any default values. Nothing was happened. The as it is, how many bytes was left here, those bytes are going to be wasted. And those in those bytes of memory, by default zeros are accepted, by default nulls are accepted. So that is not there here. In your front end side, in your Java, what happened when the bytes are left? If it is an integer type, what it was placed by default? Zeros. If it is a string, by default, what it was placed here? Nulls. That is front end side. But back end side, whatever the memory was left here, that memory will be collapsed. That means wasted, not collapsed, wasted. Yes or no? But other than that, in that bytes, by default null, by default zero, it's not like that as your front end. Yes or no? So it's not like that. So that means here, okay, simply I can say, for example, you can see, suppose I just go to here, how many bytes I said? 10 bytes. So for this hello name purpose, your system is allocating total 10 bytes of memory allocated. For example, this is your 10 bytes are allocating for you. So the dividing here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 10 bytes. In each byte will take how many characters? 1. H, E, L, L, O. So 5 bytes are occupied. What about remaining bytes? These remaining bytes are wasted. Okay, and these remaining bytes of memory, it doesn't take any value. Okay, so in that way, it will be wasting our memory. Okay, and same as suppose in the next expression, I will give it here hell. So if I give an hell is also accepted. But hell purpose, how many bytes are allocated here? Okay, 3 bytes are occupied now. 3 bytes are occupied, but allocating, how many bytes allocating? 10 bytes. And total, how many bytes are wasted? 7 bytes of memory wasted. Suppose if I inserted one more expression, that expression is called as he. If I inserted he is also accepted, but he purpose, how many bytes will take here? 2 bytes of memory out of 10 bytes. The remaining, how many bytes I'm going to waste? 8 bytes of memory will be wasted. Like each and every name, whatever you inserted, for every name purpose, 10 bytes, 10 bytes, 10 bytes, 10 bytes, it will be allocated. And finally, as per your expression, that many bytes are occupied, remaining bytes are wasted. So that means like this, how many string expressions I was inserted here? 3. For the 3 string expressions purpose, how much bytes of memory we wasted? 5 plus 7, 12. 12 plus 8, 20. So total 20 bytes of memory we wasted. And of course, all of you know this. Okay, memory management is one of the most important task in your real time. Yes or no? So that is the reason Java and .NET, these two technologies by default have a garbage collector. Yes or no? So garbage collector in Java, what is the purpose here? Memory management. How to maintain memory managements. So your memory, 20 bytes of memory I'm wasting means, okay, is it good or bad? Is it good for us or bad for us? Why should I want to waste unnecessarily memory? And memory is not a free of cost. No? Memory is what now? Price. Yes or no? Are you purchasing nowadays hard disk? Hard disk is a free of cost? No. Hard disk is a price. So you have to pay some amount, then only they will give a hard disk. And nowadays we are using pen drives. So pen drive is a free of cost? No. That is also some amount, it will be payable. Yes or no? Memory chips, memory cards, these are all are Okay, prices, okay, not free of cost. So memory I don't want to waste unnecessarily here. Then how I can overcome this problem, sir? Okay, na? So to overcome this problem purpose, the people was introducing what na? Varchar 2. Okay, then how Varchar 2 will overcome this existing problem in your CAD, that we will see. And before that, just take some points here. Okay, so what we said, it is a fixed length data type. And next, it will store non-Unicode characters, non-Unicode characters, okay, in the form of, one char is equals to 1 byte. 1 char is equals to 1 byte. And later, maximum size of char data type is how much? Maximum size means 2000 bytes. 2000 bytes. Okay, the below some examples right down here. And what is the drawback and disadvantage here? Disadvantage is what now? Okay, what is the disadvantage here? Wasted memory. Okay, right. So this problem, how we can overcome means we have in the second data type in this. Okay, what is this? Varchar 2. And come back to your Varchar 2 and this data type, how it was work. Okay, right. So when you compare to Varchar 2, okay, with your character data type, so what we can say, it is a, okay, variable length data type we called. It is a variable length data type. Okay, so what is the mean by variable length means? In your string expression, how many number of characters are there, that each character will treat as a one variable. Suppose hello is having how many characters? 5. So that is called a 5 variables we call. So based on this string, And in the string, how many number of characters we have, based on that, the length will be provided. If it was 5 characters in this hello string, then system also giving 5 bytes only. It's not giving 10 bytes. It was giving only 5 bytes. So in your string expression, how many number of characters are there, based on that memory allocation was happened. Okay, na? But it's not like that I was given here 10 and character, what it was going to happen whenever we was given 10, the 10 bytes of memory directly allocated. But here it's not like that. So based on your string expression, in the string, how many number of characters are there, based on that count of characters, that many bytes only allocating by system. By that reason, what it was happen, okay, you wasted memory or no wasted? No wasted. So how much you want it, that much only allocated. So I don't want to waste anything here. Yes or no? So that is the nature of varchar 2. And that's called as what now? It is called as what now? Dynamic nature. The dynamic means we can change at any level. That's called as a dynamic. Okay, and how it was working here, sir, means the same example. Let me come back and see here. The same example I will take for that. Okay, now we can see. So now I'm using, okay, varchar 2. So varchar 2 of 10 I was given here. And the same thing. Suppose hello expression I'm inserting here. So hello expression is also accepted because my size is 10. But in this hello expression, how many number of characters here? 5. And your memory allocating also 5. So 5 out of 5. So what is the wasted memories? 0. Your wasted memory, how much here? 0. Like your hell 3 bytes and allocating how much? 3 bytes. What is your wasted memory? 0. Okay, no, your wasted memory, how much here? 0. And next, he 2 bytes and allocating 2 bytes only. And how much wasted memory? 0. Got it my point now? So it means that. So suppose it was allocating this, okay? Okay, and for which expression? Hello. Hello is having how many characters? That many bytes, and exactly it will be fixed. HELLO, fix it. And it doesn't wasted any byte of memory. Okay, so this is the nature. For example, hell is there. Hell purpose, what it was happen? Hell purpose will take only 3 bytes are allocated. Only 3 bytes. HEL. Suppose he I was given. For he purpose, how many bytes here? Only 2 bytes. Okay, so like this memory is allocating here. Okay, and there is no wasted memory here. Okay, it's no wasted memory. Okay, memory will be saved. Okay, now here I said disadvantage is wasted memory, but here advantage is what, sir? Come on, advantage is what, sir? Not wasted. It was what now? Save memory. Okay, right down below, and along with some points here. Okay, so it will store non-Unicode characters, non-Unicode characters, non-Unicode characters in the form of 1 byte. 1 byte is equals to, or 1 char is equals to 1 byte. Okay, 1 char is equals to 1 byte. And what is your maximum size of varchar 2 data type is, so here 4000 bytes. Okay, completed. These are called as the non-Unicode data types. And the same as when come to your Unicode. So in the Unicode category is also same as, but your only the difference will be globalization or globalized data. Okay, now. So now take siding. So Unicode data types and what you want to say. So it will store, okay, which type of data? Globalized. So globalized data. It means that national, all national languages. Okay, all national languages. And here also there are two types of data type in this. Okay, so first one we called as here ncar we called, but here ncar and car both are same. Okay, just the difference where it is observed. So ncar in the Unicode category, it is also fixed length data type and static nature, but you are storing universal supported characters in the form of one char, one byte, and maximum size is what now 2000 bytes. And here also same thing, what kind of a disadvantage was there here means same nature. And here also the problem is, okay, what is the problem? Wasted memory. And to overcome that, so again the people was using nvarchar 2. So nvarchar 2 similarly your varchar 2 here same as and same size of memory, but the difference only, okay, what? Universal, and here non-universal. So universal same thing, and size also 4000 bytes, but here I want to give n, and here also n. Okay. So one point additionally you want to add here. What is this? Here N stands for, what is N stands for? N stands for national. N stands for national language. And here also I'm just giving that. Okay. And the advantage of this is also same memory save. Okay. Now write down. Okay. So these are what now character or string data types, guys. Okay, now now below write down and varchar 2. Okay, right. So the next one, what is the next data type, guys? Here, long data type. Uh, Next one is what now? Third one, long data type. Now take siding. The third one, long data type. So basically, long data type. Okay, so this data type where you want to use means this data type. Okay, same as your varchar 2. Okay, and varchar 2 similarly here. Okay, so it is a variable length data type. Okay, so variable length data type, and the nature of this is a dynamic nature. Okay, so now, and the advantage of this data type is what now, guys? Here it will store, it will store non-unicode characters. Okay, and also unicode characters. The both kind of characters will be saved here. It will store non-unicode and unicode characters. Okay, so in the form of every one char is equals to 1 byte. Okay, na? So in that way it will be users 1 byte. Okay, and here this, what is the maximum size of long data type means? So maximum size of a long data type, size of a long data type is, okay, 2 GB. So the maximum size how much here? 2 GB it was allocated. But 2 GB it's not allocated at a time. The 2 GB is allocated in which manner? Dynamic manner. Okay, now for example, suppose if I was using here emp underscore name, and there I was applied a long. Suppose observe. So whenever I was applied long here, what it was happen? Suppose if I want to insert here hello, okay, hello expression, if I want to insert into this, okay, emp name column, and what it was happened? Hello is going to accepted. Hello is going to be accepted. Okay, now, but here the problem is what now observed. Hello is going to be accepted, but the memory, how much allocating for this string? It means that only how many bytes? 5 bytes out of how much? 2 GB. Okay, na? So it's not like the 2 GB is not allocated because it is not a static. Static means what happened? 2 GB is allocated. Yes or no? 2 GB is allocated, but here it is not a static. It is what? Dynamic nature. So it is a dynamic nature. Nature means what now? How much your expression wanted, that much only allocate. Okay, now, but it's not like the 2 GB. Okay, the 2 GB, how it was convert into bytes. Okay, so we all of you know now 1024 bytes is equals to 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobytes is equals to 1 megabyte. 1024 megabytes is equals to 1 gigabyte. Like how many gigabytes here? 2 gigabytes. Okay, now so 2 into 1024 megabytes into 1024 kilobytes into 1024 bytes. That much memory is going to be saved. Yes or no? So that's why it is called as what? Dynamic nature. Okay, na? Right. But the problem is what, sir? Yeah, the problem is what, sir, means this data type I can use only one single column in a table. That's the problem. So I can't use this data type on multiple columns of a table. So in a table, only one column can be applicable, but I can't use this long data type on multiple columns in a single table. It's not possible. It is possible only one column per a table. That's it. Okay, now more than one columns, I can't. That's the problem of what now? Long data type. Okay, below write on the point. A table can, a table is having, a table is having only one long data type column. Only one long data type column. Okay, right. What is the next data types, guys? Data. Okay, date data types. And carefully observe the date data types also. These are also very important for your interviews. Okay, right. So as of now, we are storing which type of data we are storing here. First one is integer type of data. Understand now? Integer type of data we stored. Later we came out float expressions values we can store. Later we came out characters only string data we can save. And also alphanumeric also we can save. These are the 4 different types of data we can store. And when come to the next very important thing is, what is your data? So date data types also very, very important in our real time. Okay, na? Right. But these date data types, what is the nature of this data types means? So simply, we all of you know, it will store which type of information? Date and time information. Date and time information. Suppose whenever you want to save a particular data or a particular time, do you want to save in your database? So there we can use data types. Last people, can you open the door? Yeah, these people are complete closing here, suffocation. Okay, so now okay, so it will be stored date and time information. No, open it. Yeah. They're thinking we are human beings or else you are animals. Put into one room and lock it. Is that no? Suffocation. All our glasses. Hair was not passing outside. In the corona situation also locking. Stupid fellows. Right. Date and information. So now here observe. In this data types, guys, here 2 types of, again, the data types here. One is we called as a date. One is we called as a timestamp. Timestamp. These are the two data types comes under in this category, date and timestamp. Let me see what is date and what is a timestamp and what is the differences between date and timestamp. Okay, let me come. The first thing is, okay, date. Okay, here this data type whenever you want to use means when you want to store some particular day, date and a time. Nowadays you can see any transaction when you perform through online, immediately in your slip, online transaction slip, you can see date and time also there. For example, if you go to ATM machine and do some transaction with ATM machine, and finally you will get some slip. In the slip, can you find out here? So transaction ID number, date of transaction and time also there. So it means that a customer on which date he was going to be did this transaction. So the date and at what time. So that is also very, very important for us. Okay, na? A customer on which day, okay, at what time he was performed his transaction. That kind of information also very, very important to store. At that cases, okay, how I can store a customer transactional date and time. Okay, now there we can use what now? Data. And also sometimes we know that the date of birth. So if I want to store a student date of birth, so there also I can use date data type. And suppose you are going to join in a company, definitely they was asking what now? Higher data. Okay, so date of join. So on which date this employee was joined in my company. So these kind of things, when you want to store in your databases, compulsory date data type should be used. Okay, now so that means what I'm saying here. Okay, this data type is using to store date and time information of a particular a particular day, a particular day. A particular day. Okay, no? Right. But here in Oracle, in date data types especially, what is the range of date data types means? The range will be like this. Very important. Observe. Okay, range is, okay, na? From 01 dash Jan, okay, 4712. That means 4712 BC. BC means, what does it mean by BC? Before Christ. To, okay, range is from 1st January 4701 to BC to next one is what now? 31st December 9999. Okay, this is the range of your data type. Okay, so BC, and this is what we called AD. AD stands for Anoma Domini. So before Chris, Anoma Domini. So in between the ranges, whatever it was there, so this much range of data I can save. Understand na? So that means I have a chance 4712 BC before Chris to 31st December 9999. It means that 9999. So now present what we have? 2022. So we have a up to 9999. Maybe human beings are there or not there at that time. Okay, but a scientist was given up to 999. Okay, na? So up to there you can save your data. Okay, after 999 data cannot be saved, and before 4712 BC date also you can't save. It is a range for this date data type whenever you want to store. Okay, now right, this is a range. And now date data type, what it will be here. So storing date and time information I said, but your time information is not a mandatory. Date is a mandatory to insert, but time is not a mandatory. So time is called as what now? Optional. Okay, and even though manually can I insert my time? Just think about manually. Suppose I want to ask you one thing. So have here some example. Okay. Now I will take here the customer transaction date and time. Okay, now so now I will take here transaction date and time. Otherwise, simple I can say date of join, for example. So date of join, I was given date data type. Okay. So now, for example, one employee was going to be joining so and so date. Okay, he was joined, for example, today. Today's what's the day? 30 August 2022. Okay, so I'm inserting that. Okay, 30 August 2022. This is I can insert. I can insert manually. But along with this date, can I insert time now? Come on. Not possible, huh? Manually, user can insert time into my database. Yes or no? No, impossible. Why, sir? Why, sir means, can you tell me here the time is what now? What is our time now? 10:12. The time is 10:12. How can you insert now? Tell me. Hours, minutes, seconds. Hours, can I hold it? 10 hour, 10. Minutes also I can hold it certain period of time. So minute how much? 12. But seconds, can you hold it? No. So when you inserting your time is changed. Now 10, 12 dot second. What is my second now? Is it 23 second? 24 second? Can you hold it your seconds? Can you catch it your seconds? No. So seconds I cannot catch. Okay, I can hold hour, I can hold minute, but I can't hold seconds because of reason it's a running process. Yes or no? So we can't particular second we can't catch it. So that's why time we cannot insert manually. But how I want to insert, sir? I want a time also, sir. How I want to insert means, yes, there is one function is there. With the help of that function, you can insert time also. That what it is in coming soon or coming classes, those functions I will show you. Okay. So that's why in the date, when I was given date data type on my particular column, then user has a chance to insert only data. But time is impossible. I can't insert. Okay, now. So that's what I'm doing here. So here time is what? Optional. Time is optional. And write down, if user is not insert time, okay, time, then Oracle server will take time is 00:00:00 AM, or else 12, okay, or else 12:00:00. Yes. AM. Okay. So Oracle server will take time is so and so by default. So that means here what happened? What it was taking here? 00:00:00. If it is AM, AM. If it is a PM, PM. And maximum AM only, not PM, because they started from AM. So this is your example of this date of join and data. Okay, right. So time is a optional. So explicitly I can't insert myself, but implicitly I can insert time. That how it is implicitly inserted in next level of topics I will show you. Next, date data type okay, so this data type max, that means how the date can be allowed into your date of birth column, date of join column, how it was allowed means Oracle is having its own default date format. Okay, every database is having its own format. For example, Microsoft SQL Server having its own format like YYY/MM/DD. That is SQL Server format. But in Oracle, YYY/MM/DD, it's not our format. Our format is what? Okay, below write down. Oracle data or default format of Oracle default date format is, okay na. So what is our format here? DD dash MON dash YY. Okay na. So this is our Oracle default format. And your time also take here. Time is what now? Hours, MI, minutes and seconds. And single quotes are compulsory, guys. Single quotes are compulsory. Don't miss single quotes. If you miss single quotes, you can't insert. It was showing error. Okay, right. So now you can see. So in the default format is what now? YY. But when I'm inserting your 2022, I'm inserting 2022. Yes or no? But how it will be storing here? 22 will be stored. Understand? Na? So 1922, 22 only store. 19 will not store. Okay. So like it will be, so that means what happened? You can insert 4 digits, but it will be appear how it is here, last 2 digits only. And remaining 2 digits are not showing us. Okay. Na? So this is the default format. But sir, I don't want it like this. I want it what? YYY. Okay. Again, for this purpose also, we have some functions. And with the help of those functions, I can insert my date in this format of 4 digits. Okay. Na? So there also, we will go for to discuss one function is there. There I will discuss with that. Okay. Na? Right. And this is what we call, guys, here. This is the Oracle default data type format. Okay. In this format only, your data will be saved. Other than this format, it doesn't happen. Okay. Na? That is the nature of a data type default. Okay. Right. But how this data type will occupied memory for this? Okay. Na? Now we can see. So your format is what now? Data type. Okay. Will occupy. Okay, total how many bytes means 7 bytes of memory. 7 bytes of memory. And that was which type of memory means fixed memory. Fixed memory. Okay, now the memory will be fixed. And how the memory will be calculated by people here observe. Example. So now I will give it. Now here observe day. It will store what now? 1 byte. Okay. Month, 1 byte. Year, 2 bytes. Hour, 1 byte. Minute, 1 byte. Seconds, 1 byte. Total. How much total? Come on. 7 bytes. And the 7 bytes of memory will be fixed. It doesn't change. Okay, now? Okay, right. This is data type, entire information. Okay, now, right. What is the next type here? Timestamp. The timestamp, okay, only the difference here, differences between date and time, what is main differences means? Can you see I'm using date data type on my date of join, right? Here, date information will successfully save, time also save. But time up to what? It will be saved hours, minutes, and seconds. But do you have a milliseconds here? No. So if you want it to store even though milliseconds also or milliseconds information also, do you want to store? Okay, then you have to use what now? Timestamp. Okay, timestamp date difference is what, sir? It's one of the important question for your interview. What is the differences between date and timestamp? So date up to will store seconds, but timestamp will be stored milliseconds also. That is the main difference. Okay, now if anybody asks you, you just tell them. Okay, right. So what do you want to say? It will store date and time. Okay, date and time information along with what now? Milliseconds. Along with milliseconds. That is only the difference, and remaining all are same. And later, memory wise, little bit difference was there. Okay, so it will occupy how many bytes means 11 bytes of memory. And this 11 bytes of memory also we called as a fixed memory. We can't change this. Okay, but how, sir? Means that same to same I will be go. So what is our example here? Okay, what I need to add? ms millisecond. For ms purpose, it will take 4 bytes, and total it will 11 bytes. 1 second is equals to how many milliseconds, guys? Amma, what here? No respond. You are all are BTech students, huh? MTech, BTech, BSc, MBA. Are you clear? Your education is clear. Then what happened here? I'm not asking any IAS, IPS question. I'm asking 1 second is equals to how many milliseconds? 60. Huh? So that means 1 hour is equal 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal 60 seconds. So that 1 second is equal 60 milliseconds. What intelligent here. How many, guys? 1,000. My God. Unfortunately, your software interview, anybody ask you 1 second is equal to how many milliseconds? Any IT industry person is asking, na, he will there itself only heart attack. How much 1 second is equals to? 1,000 milliseconds. So that 1,000 milliseconds purpose, it was allocating how much? 4 bytes. So total how many bytes of memory? 11 bytes. So this is the differences of timestamp and date. Got it? Date without a millisecond. Timestamp with a millisecond. Okay, na? Right. What is the next data types? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4, na? 5. Next one. What is that? Ra. Ra and long ra. Take siding. Ra and longer data types. Okay, so these data types where you want to use means whenever I want to store images. So suppose I want to store image file, some audio file, some video files. Okay, now so these files that's called a multimedia files. When you want to store into databases, there you can use what now? Raw and long raw. But how your image will be stored, sir? It means that your image will not store. Your image will converting by SQL database engine internally into binary format. And the binary format of data will be saved under database memories. Okay, na? But not directly image. Understand? Suppose are you passing? Are you uploading one image? Are you uploading one image into database now? Into database now. So what it will do, your Oracle server, whenever you uploaded this one, so what it will do first, this database, that means this image, internally SQL database engines are there. These engines, what it will do, your image file will be converting into which format? Binary format, and the binary format of data will be stored like this. 010100100101, this format will be saved. And same as whenever you want to retrieval, okay, then the same binary, okay, will converting into image format. So this conversion, okay, is automatically happened in the database. That's why user no need to do anything, just I need to upload my image file, automatically convert and save. And the same to same retrieval my image, automatically binary to converting into images like audio file, like video files also. Okay, so that is the reason this raw and long raw data types are called as a binary data types. We called which type of data types? Binary. Okay, write down below. It will store image or audio or video file, audio video file, okay, in the form of, so in the form of 01001001000101 binary format. Binary format. Next point, these data types are also called as, these data type are also called as what is that? Binary data types. Binary data types in Oracle. In Oracle database. Okay, right. But what is the differences of this means? Only the sizes wise different. Okay, no? Maximum size. Maximum size of, the maximum size of suppose raw, if I'm asking raw, if I'm asking raw, what is the maximum size of raw means? It's a 2000 bytes. And what is the maximum sizes of long raw? Okay, na? What is maximum size of long raw means? 2 GB. And these data types, for example, where you want to use means whenever you want to create one column is called as a photo. On photo column, you can apply raw or long raw, any data type you can apply. So, and here it will be storing, okay, this format, your photo or audio or video. So here anything you can use as your wish and don't confuse here. Even though you can use what now? Longra also, anyone. Either ra or longra as per your okay requirement. You can use any data type here. Okay, right. What is the next data types here? Lob. Lob data types. Lob data types. So basically lob data types, that means lob. Lob stands for, what is the stand of lob means? The lob stands for large objects. Large objects. And these are having some types. First one is called as here C lob, is a one type of data type. Next one NC lob, and next one is called as a B lob. Okay, right. Here, what is this large objects? Okay, and what purpose we want to use means same as how the previously we saved your characters, national characters or characters or photos, whatever we saved here, same as these data types also. But the difference is what now means their enhancements of memories. Okay, now for example, here what is the stand of C lob? C lob stands for what now? Character large object. This is stand of C lob. Okay, and this C lob is also called as which type of nature? Dynamic nature. So dynamic data type. What it will be stored, sir, means it will store, okay, which type of data? Non-Unicode characters of data. Non-Unicode characters of data. Okay, so now this is what. And what is maximum size? Maximum size is 4 GB. Understand now? Maximum size is what now? 4 GB. So the extensions, how it was given by people here, observe. So whenever you want to store your non-Unicode data types or non-Unicode characters, okay, what is your extension memories here? Observe. Okay, now first one, what we are using? Char. Char of a size. Carefully observe. Conclusion. Char of a size. Char capacity how much? 2000 bytes. After extension, what now? Varchar 2 of a size. So Varchar 2 extension, this is also storing same data. Which data? Non-Unicode data will save. Char is the lowest memory case, and Varchar 2, how much I said? 4000 bytes. It's extension. Carefully observe. The conclusion, can you see? If you conclusion you can see, you can understand entire the data types concept. And after that, what it was having here? Long is there. Long is also supported. Non-Unicode, Unicode. So this is how much we said here? 2 GB. And after extension is called as what now? C lob. C lob, okay, capacity 4 GB. So that means this all data types are I'm using for what purpose? Storing non-Unicode characters data. Okay, now English language culture. But the where is differences here means their extension memories. Size is the 2000, extension 4000, extension 2 GB, extension 4 GB. This is C lob. Why C lob is come under which category means non-Unicode character storages of data types. These are all are which type of characters? Non-Unicode character storage of data types. Conclusion. Okay, now next, what next one we have here? NC lob. I think you understand now. Yes or no? What is the N? National. So here also same thing. Okay, I'm keeping here. So characters, and here characters before that what? National. So before that what? National. So national character larger object. Dynamic will store what here? Not non-uni. What it will store? Uni. Okay. Maximum size 4 GB. Maximum size 4 GB. When comparing to this extensions memories, how it was means the extension memories are here. It will store what now? Unicode characters and nchar 2000 bytes and nvarchar 2 4000 bytes long, supported both, and next nclob 4 GB. Got it? This is extension of your Unicode characters. And finally, what is this? blob. So your blob stands for, what is a blob? Okay, what is a blob means? The blob stands here. Okay, what we want to say? Binary. B stands for what? Binary large object. Okay, na? So this is also what? Dynamic nature, dynamic data type we called. Next one, what it will store, sir? Means it will store what? Images, image file. What next? Audio file. What next? Video file. Okay, na? In the form of which format? 0101 format. Okay, again, you don't confuse. In the form of 010101 format. Okay, right. And now, what is maximum size? The maximum size is 4 GB. And these are, okay, binary data type storage here, how it is observed. Binary data. Okay, binary data, how it will be storing in the capacities here. First one is called as what now? Raw. Raw capacity, how much? 2000 bytes. And extension, what is the extension of raw? Long raw. Long raw extension, how much here? 2 GB. And next, after extension is what now? blob. Blob capacity 4 GB. So these are the extension memories of your binary data. Binary formatted. Okay, so these 3 data types are using for to store your audio file, video file, and image files. Completed, huh? Yeah. Where from? From labs, huh? Okay, so now you have some clarity on data types. What is what? So now this all data types, now whatever we discussed theoretically, okay, everything I will show you in the practical wise as per our topics wise. Understand? Na? But before you want to create table and apply this data types, first We should know which data type, what purpose, which data type, how it is working. So that kind of minimum awareness, if you have on the data types, then later, wherever I'm using these data types on particular column, immediately you can understand that why I'm using this column. Okay. So, and you can understand that this data type, when I was applied on column, which type of data can be stored. Okay. So this is what data types in our Oracle. Okay, na? All of you clear? Come on, guys. Okay. No tiffins today? No eating tiffin? No. Fasting? Fasting? आज कौन सा fasting यार? Fasting means कैसे रहना है, you know? Early morning, wake up, brushing, bathing, everything done, that is called a fasting. Without bathing, fasting. That is a respect to God. If you're giving respect to the God means perfectly have to design. Otherwise, leave it. That's good, na? Why are you telling lies? Now your batch is better here, 9 o'clock batch. Morning 7 o'clock batch is there. It's a very dangerous batch, 7 o'clock. Because everyone, how in the hostels, 7 o'clock classes are will start at 7:10, 7:15. There is alarm 7:10. Immediately wake up. Shh. Come back, sit in the class. अम्मा उस टाइम पे डोर क्लोज कर देगा ना, मर जाएगा यहाँ पर. Without bathing, without brushing, directly class attack. And some students are, those people still, they didn't free of that. Yes or no? They're waking just 5 minutes before, and 5 minutes before just they wake up and they came to class. उसका mood ऐसा है. This is 7 o'clock batch problem. 2 p.m. batch is there. Afternoon. That is also one dangerous batch here. Morning 7 is somewhat better. Maybe they can understand it. Early morning subject, they can easily get it. 2 p.m. batch is there. 1 to 2 lunch, na, everyone go to hostel. Fully pick up. Then coming to 2 p.m. batch. इसको कैसे देखते मालूम सर? अरे सर मेरे को 2 दिख रहा है यार. यहाँ एक सुधाकर सर है, यहाँ पर सुधाकर सर है. क्योंकि he was fully heating ना, some little bit laziness, some sleeping mode. So ऐसे देखते रहता है. सर कहाँ है? यहाँ पर है सर. 2 p.m. That is also a very dangerous batch. Anyway, right guys, completed now? Right. So this is your data types and Oracle. So we finished it, and so tomorrow, you know na? I want to say tomorrow holiday for that Ganesh festival. Okay, and your class on day after tomorrow. Okay na? Online people, tomorrow no class. Okay, holiday for you, Ganesh festival reason, and your class on day after tomorrow. Okay guys.